Sarah has a plan. Sarah got off the school bus about a block away from her home. She waved across the street to two of her neighbors who were walking back from the local store.
She went across the street to two of her neighbors who were walking back from the local store.
Good afternoon, Sarah, shouted Mr. Horn.
Good afternoon, Sarah, shouted Mr. Horn.
Did you have a nice day at school? Asked his wife.
Did you have a nice day at school? Asked his wife.
Good. Bob, please read it one more time. Sarah got off the bus.
Sarah got off the school bus about a block away from her home. She
Waved across the street.
waved across the street to two of the neighbors who went back from the
Local store. Steve, please continue.
Good afternoon, Sarah, shouted Mr. Horn. Did you have a nice day at school? Asked his wife.
Brian, please continue.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Horn, replied Sarah. School was great, thanks.
And Peter, please.
Sarah felt lucky to live in such a nice neighborhood
Where she knew
most of the people who lived
nearby.
nearby.
Everybody, please. As she arrived at the front door of her two-story house, she remembered that her key was right at the bottom of her school bag.
As she arrived at the front door of her two-story house, she remembered that her key was right at the bottom of her school bag.
So she knocked on the door and rang the doorbell.
So she knocked on the door and rang the doorbell.
Sarah's dad opened the door with a smile on his face.
Sarah's dad opened the front door with a smile on his face.
Sarah gave him a quick kiss and went straight up to her room where she turned on her laptop.
Sarah gave him a quick kiss and went straight up to her room where she turned on her laptop.
Okay, let's go to the top there again. As she arrived at the front door, Kelly, please.
Sarah got up the school bus.
Sorry, as she arrived at the front door.
As she arrived at the front door of her two-story house, she remembered that her key was right at the bottom of her school bag. So she knocked on the door and rang the doorbell.
Anthony, please continue.
Sarah's dad opened the front door with a smile on his face. Sarah gave him a quick kiss and went
Straight up to her room.
straight up to her room where she turned on her laptop.
Okay, one more paragraph. Everybody, please. It was a well-organized room.
It was a well-organized room.
Sarah took great care of it because it was her own special space in the house.
Sarah took great care of it because it was her own special space in the house.
So, even though it was full of all sorts of stuff, it was always clean, neat, and tidy.
So even though it was full of all sorts of stuff, it was always clean, neat, and tidy.
Okay, Martin, please. It was a well-organized room.
It was a well-organized room. Sarah took great care of it because it was her own special place in the house. So even though it was full of all sorts of stuff, it was always clean, neat and tidy.
Okay, good. Let's turn over the page.